Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen and enjoy my stories every day. I clutched the bouquet of red roses in one hand and her favorite chocolate truffles in the other as I pushed through the revolving doors of the Cromwell building, heart thumping with anticipation. Today marks our 7th wedding anniversary, and I'm about to surprise Chloe at her workplace. I've taken extra care to ensure everything is perfect, from the reservations at her favorite French bistro to the small velvet box containing a diamond bracelet nestled safely in my coat pocket. It's meant to be a day of celebration, a reaffirmation of our vows, and a fresh start after months of feeling like ships passing in the night. The lobby is bustling with the usual midday crowd, but I navigate through with ease, having visited Chloe here countless times. I exchange brief nods with the security personnel. My face is a familiar one. The elevator ride up to the 9th floor, where Chloe's marketing firm resides, feels longer than usual, the numbers lighting up slowly as if prolonging my anticipation. As I step out into the sleek, modern office, the usual buzz of activity greets me, but Chloe's assistant, Jenna, is notably absent from her desk. Deciding not to announce myself, I head straight for Chloe's office at the end of the hall. The frosted glass door is ajar, unusual for her, especially when in meetings. My pulse quickens, not from excitement now, but an inexplicable apprehension. Chloe. My voice comes out softer than intended as I tap lightly on the door, nudging it open. No response. The muffled sound of movement from within urges me forward. The scene that unfolds as I step inside is nothing short of a surreal nightmare. Chloe is there in her high-backed office chair, her face flushed a deep crimson, her eyes wide with shock, or is it guilt? She stutters, trying to form words that don't come, her gaze fixed on me as if seeing a ghost. My eyes, however, are drawn to the figure beneath her desk. Her boss, Mr. Henderson, is too close, far too close, his intentions unmistakably clear. The flowers and chocolates slip from my numb fingers, thudding against the carpet, the sound absurdly loud in the thick silence that envelopes the room. James, it's not, Chloe's voice breaks as she finally finds her voice, but the words die on her lips as she sees the look on my face. I can't hear her over the rush of blood in my ears, the sense of betrayal cutting deeper than any knife. Mr. Henderson scrambles upright, adjusting his tie, his face the picture of shame. Or is it merely embarrassment at being caught? James, please, let me explain, Chloe pleads, rising from her chair, her hands reaching out to me. But I back away, the distance between us growing with each step I take. Save it, I manage through clenched teeth. My world, our world, has just crumbled around me, and there is nothing she can say to undo what I've just witnessed. The office around us fades into a blur as I turn and walk away, the sound of Chloe calling my name a distant echo that I refuse to acknowledge. I'm not just walking out of her office, I'm walking out on a marriage that, as of this moment, is nothing but a lie. As the elevator descends, each floor taking me further from the life I thought I knew, a cold resolve settles over me. Chloe has made her choice, and now, I will make mine. The details are murky, the path unclear, but one thing is certain, I will not let this betrayal define me. I will start anew, even if it means tearing down everything to build something stronger from the ashes. And as for Chloe, she will realize the full extent of her mistake, not through my words, but through the actions I am about to take. As the doors open to the lobby, I step out into the world, a free man, but one scarred by a betrayal that will shape the days to come. The next steps are unclear, but I am determined. Chloe's deception will not go unanswered. The journey of revenge begins, and it promises to be as transformative as it is destructive. The brisk wind slaps against my face as I emerge from the Cromwell building, my mind a whirlwind of betrayal and cold determination. The city around me bustles with life, oblivious to the personal earthquake that has just shattered my world. But there's no time for self-pity, I have plans to make, alliances to forge. I pull out my phone and dial the number of an old friend, someone who can help me navigate the murky waters ahead. After a few rings, a familiar voice answers, bringing a semblance of comfort. "Mark, it's James. I need your help." "James, hey man, what's up? You sound tense." "It's Chloe. I caught her cheating on me. With her boss." There's a pause, and then Mark's voice returns, sharp and clear. "I'm sorry, James. That's rough. What do you need?" "I need information. Anything you can dig up on Henderson. Financials, dirt, anything." "You got it. I'll start digging through some channels. Meet me at the Old Oak in an hour." "See you there." The Old Oak is a dimly lit pub known for its discretion, making it the perfect place for the kind of discussions Mark and I need to have. When I arrive, Mark is already there, a pint of dark ale waiting for me. As I slide into the booth, Mark pushes a folder across the table. "I've started compiling what I could on short notice. Henderson's clean on the surface, but there are rumors. He's into some risky business ventures overseas." I flip through the documents, each page adding fuel to my resolve. This could work. We need more, though. Something solid. "I'm on it," Mark assures me. "Also, there's another thing, you might want to talk to someone on the inside. Someone who can give us real-time updates." A plan begins to form in my mind. Jenna, Chloe's assistant. She might help us. "Be careful, James. Trust has to be earned, especially now." With a nod, I leave the pub and head back into the night. The next day, I arrive at Cromwell early, catching Jenna as she walks in. "Jenna, can we talk?" I ask, gesturing to a nearby coffee shop. Her eyes widen slightly, surprised, but she nods. "Sure, Mr. Williams." Over coffee, I lay it out for her, not the full scope of my intentions, but enough to gauge her loyalty. "Jenna, I know about Chloe and Henderson. I need to know if there are others who could be involved." Jenna hesitates, then sighs, her gaze dropping to her cup. "Mr. Williams, I don't want to get involved, but I've seen things. If you're asking whether Chloe's the only one, I don't think she is. Can you keep me updated? Just until I figure things out?" I ask. She nods slowly. "I can do that. But please be careful, Mr. Williams. This isn't just about office politics." With Jenna's tentative agreement, I step back into the crisp morning air, a mix of allies and information beginning to form around me. But there's more to do, more to plan. Chloe and Henderson have sparked a battle, but they have no idea the war they've invited upon themselves. The storm is gathering, and I am at its center, ready to strike back with all the force of a scorned heart and a strategic mind. The next moves need to be precise, calculated, and utterly devastating. The intrigue of what lies ahead is both a promise and a threat. The morning mist still clings to the ground as I make my way to a small, nondescript office building on the outskirts of the city. Inside, an old contact of mine, Lucy, operates a private investigation firm. Known for her discretion and effectiveness, Lucy is my next step in solidifying a plan that's becoming increasingly complex. As I enter her office, the sharp click of her keyboard ceases. She looks up, her expression a mix of surprise and concern. "James, I heard about Chloe." "I'm sorry. How can I help?" she asks, her tone businesslike. "I need information, detailed information on Henderson's financial dealings, especially anything not quite legal." Lucy nods, her fingers already poised above her keyboard. "I can do that. Do you suspect he's laundering money?" "Possibly. Anything that can give me leverage. I need to know who I'm really dealing with." She starts typing rapidly, pulling up databases and entering queries. "It'll take some time to dig deep." "Anything else?" "Yes, I need surveillance on Chloe and Henderson. I want to know every move they make." Lucy raises an eyebrow but nods in agreement. "It's going to cost you." "Price isn't an issue," I reply, my jaw set. The cost of betrayal is far higher than any sum of money. Leaving Lucy's office, my phone buzzes. It's Jenna, texting me an update. Henderson has scheduled a last-minute business trip to New York with Chloe. They leave tomorrow. Perfect. This trip could provide the opportunity one need to set the next phase of my plan into motion. I text back a simple, "Keep me posted," and head to meet another crucial ally. At a quiet cafe, I meet Tara, a tech wizard who's helped me with less personal matters in the past. As I outline my needs, her eyes light up with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. "You're serious about this, huh?" she asks, sipping her coffee. "Dead serious. I need access to their emails, calls, everything." Tara nods, pulling out her laptop. "I can set up monitoring software. It's risky, but I'll make it as secure as possible." "Thank you, Tara. Let me know the moment you have something." Leaving the cafe, I feel the weight of my actions, yet the drive for justice, or is it revenge, pushes me forward relentlessly. Back at my apartment, I lay out the gathered intel on my dining table, connecting the dots between Henderson's financial anomalies and his sudden trip with Chloe. Each piece of information is a weapon in the making, each ally a soldier in this undeclared war. That night, as I try to sleep, the full scope of my undertaking looms over me. It's no longer just about exposing Chloe and Henderson, it's about dismantling an entire facade that they've built. My phone buzzes continuously with updates from Jenna and preliminary findings from Lucy, each notification a reminder of the inevitable confrontation looming on the horizon. Sleep eludes me as I ponder the outcomes. What will the morning bring? More secrets uncovered. More allies drawn into this intricate web of deception and retribution. With dawn breaking, I rise, a man on a mission, armed with newfound evidence and an unyielding resolve. The game is set, and the players are all in motion. As I prepare for the confrontation that will inevitably come, I know that the truth will emerge from the shadows, ready to upend lives and rewrite futures. This is more than just a personal vendetta, it's a quest for truth, cloaked in the guise of revenge. And as the sun rises, so too does the certainty that nothing will ever be the same again. The skies are overcast, mirroring the tumult in my heart as I stand across the street from the airport terminal. Chloe and Henderson are due back from New York today, and with the evidence piled in my briefcase, I'm ready to confront them. My phone vibrates, a message from Tara confirming that the last piece of evidence has been securely delivered to my email. It's a video, the last nail in the coffin of my soon-to-be ex-wife's deceit. As passengers start streaming out, my grip tightens around the handle of my briefcase. Then, I see them, Chloe and Henderson, laughing together, oblivious to the storm about to break. I stride forward, my resolve steeling me against the pain of her betrayal. "Chloe! Henderson!" I call out sharply. They stop, turning towards me. Confusion flashes across Chloe's face, turning into concern. "James, what are you?" "Save it," I cut her off, opening my briefcase to pull out the stack of documents and photos, proof of their affair and Henderson's shady dealings. "What is this?" Henderson demands, his tone defensive. "Proof," I say, my voice cold. "Of your affair, and your illegal activities. I've already forwarded everything to the board, Henderson. And Chloe, I want a divorce." Chloe's face crumples, tears welling up. "James, please, let me explain." "There's nothing to explain." I snap, throwing down photos of them together in New York. But before she can respond, Henderson grabs her arm, pulling her back. "This isn't what it looks like, James. We were working." "I've heard enough," I interrupt. "I trusted you, both of you. This ends now." Security begins to close in, sensing the tension. I turn to leave, but a hand on my arm stops me. It's Jenna, her face pale, a manila envelope in her hand. "James, wait. You need to see this," she insists, pushing the envelope into my hands. It's not what you think. Frustration and curiosity war with each other, but curiosity wins. I rip open the envelope, pulling out a series of email printouts. As I scan them, my heart sinks. They detail a plan, Chloe's plan, to use a fake affair to expose Henderson's illegal activities, all documented and ready to be handed over to the authorities. Chloe had been working undercover, with the full knowledge and support of corporate investigators. Chloe, why didn't you tell me? My voice is a whisper, broken. I wanted to protect you, she replies softly, tears streaming down her face. I thought if you knew, it might put you at risk too. Henderson, realizing the depth of the deception, looks between us, fury building. You'll pay for this, he hisses at Chloe. But security is quicker, detaining him as Chloe steps towards me. James, I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I thought I was doing the right thing. Looking into her eyes, I see the sincerity, the pain. But the betrayal, though unintentional, cuts too deep. I don't know if I can forgive this, Chloe. You lied, regardless of the reason. She reaches for me, but I step back. I need time, I say, the finality in my voice more for me than for her. Chloe nods, wiping her tears. I understand. I hope one day you can forgive me. As I turn and walk away, the weight of my briefcase feels lighter, but my heart does not. I've lost my wife, not to another man, but to a deception born out of good intentions. As I disappear into the crowd, I realize that while the truth has set some things right, it has also irrevocably changed everything. Our paths, once so intertwined, now diverge forever in the shadow of a well-intended lie.